There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is wealth is not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. People talk about their jobs, incomes, and paychecks daily as if these numbers define their financial success. The truth, however, is far more nuanced. While having a good salary or income stream can certainly open doors, it's not the magic key to building wealth. What truly matters is how much of your money you actually keep and how effectively you leverage what you retain. Many individuals would be stunned to realize that over the past 10 years, they've probably had close to $500,000 pass through their hands. But if you ask them how much of that remains or what they've done with it, the answer often reveals that much of it slipped through their fingers. This podcast will examine why net worth, wise spending, smart saving, and strategic investments are the real hallmarks of wealth creation. We'll explore the importance of your social circle, the power of professional guidance, and how eliminating limiting beliefs can accelerate your journey to true prosperity. Understanding the difference between income and net worth. Income is what you earn: your salary, wages, commissions, or profits if you're an entrepreneur. Net worth, on the other hand, is the total value of your assets, cash, investments, real estate, etc., minus any liabilities, debts, loans, mortgages, or credit card balances. Most people conflate these two concepts, assuming that a higher salary automatically translates to a higher net worth. This is a dangerous misconception. Why salary alone can be misleading lifestyle inflation. As income grows, many people start spending more. They upgrade their homes, buy expensive cars, and indulge in luxurious vacations. This keeping up with the Joneses mentality can consume every extra dollar they earn, leaving nothing to invest or save. Unexpected expenses. Life is full of surprises: medical bills, car repairs, household emergencies that can erode your income quickly if you're not prepared. Having a strong net worth means you have assets that can buffer these financial shocks. Retirement readiness. Even if you earn a high salary, you might end up with very little when it's time to retire if you haven't accumulated assets. Income stops when you stop working, but your net worth can continue working for you through investment returns, rental income, or other passive revenue streams. The power of net worth. Net worth is a snapshot of your overall financial health. The goal is to increase assets and reduce liabilities. This doesn't mean you should avoid all debt. Sometimes strategic debt can be helpful if invested in appreciating assets like real estate or a profitable business. However, you want to avoid accumulating debt on rapidly depreciating assets like fancy cars, high-end electronics, or luxury items that lose value when you buy them. The hidden truth about depreciating assets. We live in a consumer-driven society where flashy cars, the latest smartphones, and designer clothes are treated as status symbols. While there's nothing inherently wrong with enjoying your money, you must recognize that many of these purchases are what financial experts call depreciating assets. The moment you drive that brand new sports car off the lot, it begins to lose value and keeps losing value every day after that. The trap of materialism. Emotional gratification. It's undeniably exciting to buy something new. The immediate rush feels excellent, but it's fleeting. You might find yourself seeking another purchase to replicate that high. Opportunity cost. Every dollar spent on depreciating assets is a dollar that could have been invested. Buying items that lose value means you miss out on potential growth or passive income you could generate elsewhere. Social influence. If your friends and family value material possessions highly, it can be challenging to buck the trend. Peer pressure can fuel overspending and lead to financial trouble. Shifting your mindset to assets that appreciate instead of pouring money into items that lose value, consider channeling your resources into things that grow over time. Real estate. Buying property can be a solid path to wealth, provided you do your research, choose good locations, and understand the dynamics of the market. Stocks, mutual funds, or ETFs. When chosen wisely, a diversified portfolio can yield returns that outpace inflation, helping your money grow exponentially. Businesses or side hustles. Whether you start your own company or invest in someone else's, business ownership can be a lucrative way to build long-term wealth. Precious metals or commodities can serve as hedges against inflation and economic uncertainty. Investing in areas that align with your knowledge and risk tolerance ensures that you're comfortable with the time horizon for seeing returns. The importance of a skilled accountant and tax attorney. Too many people overlook the strategic advantage of having a competent accountant and tax attorney. These professionals do far more than just help you file taxes. They can provide insights on how to structure your finances, minimize your tax burden, and position your investments optimally. Partnering with these experts can be a game changer if you're serious about keeping more of your hard-earned money. How an accountant helps you keep more money. Tax planning. A good accountant identifies legitimate deductions and credits, ensuring you don't overpay. They can guide you on strategic timing for certain expenses and categorizing them. Budgeting and cash flow analysis. Accountants can help you track where your money goes each month. Identify potential areas for savings and set realistic financial goals. Business structuring. If you're an entrepreneur, an accountant can recommend whether a sole proprietorship, LLC, S corporation, or partnership is best for your situation. Choosing the proper structure can significantly impact your tax liabilities and personal exposure. The value of a knowledgeable tax attorney. Legal compliance. Tax laws can be complex and mistakes can be costly. A tax attorney helps you stay compliant while maximizing deductions and credits. Estate planning. Planning for the future involves understanding inheritance taxes, trusts, and other estate-related issues. A tax attorney can create an estate plan to preserve wealth for future generations. Dispute resolution. If you ever face audits or legal challenges, a competent tax attorney can represent you and negotiate on your behalf, potentially saving you thousands or even millions of dollars. By surrounding yourself with qualified professionals, you build a financial shield that protects your wealth and positions you for sustainable growth. The company you keep. Why your social circle matters. One crucial aspect of wealth creation that often goes unnoticed is the company you keep. If everyone around you lives paycheck to paycheck, there's a high probability you'll adopt similar attitudes and behaviors. Conversely, spending time with people who are financially responsible, entrepreneurial, or even better off, then you can inspire you to think bigger and aim higher. Breaking free from negative influences, normalizing new standards. When surrounded by people who constantly upgrade their skills, invest wisely, and set financial goals, these behaviors become normal. Creating a support system. Mentors and successful friends can offer guidance, share opportunities, and encourage you to stay focused on your path. Avoiding the crab mentality. Some social circles can pull you down, like crabs in a bucket, preventing each other from escaping. Seek out environments that celebrate ambition and success rather than sneering at it. Building an uplifting community. Attend seminars and workshops. Look for local or virtual entrepreneurship, investing, or personal development events. You'll meet like-minded people who share your aspirations. Join mastermind groups. A mastermind group is a collective of individuals striving towards similar goals. These meetings can provide accountability, resources, and motivation to keep pushing forward. Leverage social media. Connect with others in your field of interest on online platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook groups, or specialized forums. By curating a supportive digital environment, you can expand your network globally. True wealth, making money when others are spending. In one of my recent speeches, I shared an eye-opening perspective on wealth in the context of significant events like the Super Bowl. Traditional thinking might consider wealth to be the person who flies first class to watch the game in person. However, genuinely wealthy individuals profit from that event. They're not just enjoying the show, but cashing in on all the excitement around it. Super Bowl examples of wealth creation, advertising executives, these professionals sell million-dollar ad spots and broker deals. While millions watch those Super Bowl commercials, advertising executives are raking in commissions and revenue, caterers and food suppliers. Everyone loves a big Super Bowl party spread. Catering companies and food suppliers make a fortune selling wings, dips, and full-scale party packages to businesses and homeowners. Parking lot entrepreneurs near the stadium, savvy individuals buy or lease parking lots for the day, charging as much as $200 per spot. Some even offer golf cart transport to enhance the experience, doubling or tripling their profits. Merchandise. Vendors. Whether t-shirts, hats, or collectibles, fans love sporting gear to support their team. The vendor who invests in bulk merchandise and sets up shop stands to make an impressive return on investment. Shifting from consumer to producer. These examples highlight a critical distinction. The wealthy are producers, not just consumers. They identify opportunities, fill gaps in the market, and position themselves to benefit from other people's spending. This perspective can be applied to countless situations, holidays, major concerts, local festivals, and online marketplaces. Once you start thinking like an entrepreneur, you see profitable possibilities where others only see fun or entertainment. Eliminating limiting beliefs. Unlock your full potential. One of the biggest obstacles to financial success is the set of limiting beliefs we carry around. Those internal voices that say, I'm not good enough, I can't handle money, or wealth is for other people, not me. These beliefs can sabotage your goals before you even begin. Common limiting beliefs about money. I don't deserve to be wealthy. Many people grow up hearing negative messages about money, often associating wealth with greed or selfishness. Recognize that wealth can enable generosity and create positive change. I'll never be able to save enough. Saving becomes difficult if you believe it's impossible. The truth is that most people can adjust their spending habits. It starts with small, consistent changes that eventually add up to substantial amounts. I'm too old or too young to start investing. Age is a common excuse. While starting early is advantageous, it's never too late to make smart money moves. At the same time, you're never too young to learn the fundamentals of investing and compounding. Strategies to overcome limiting beliefs, affirmations, and positive self-talk. Replacing negative thoughts with empowering statements can gradually rewire your mindset. Visualization. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving your financial goals. See the savings in your bank account, the investments growing, and the debt decreasing. Mentorship and community. Surround yourself with people who have already conquered your challenges. Their success stories can help you see what's possible in your own life. The 2% mindset. Joining the ranks of the highly successful. Not everyone is willing to do what it takes to build and maintain wealth. Statistically, those who achieve substantial, lasting success represent a relatively small slice of the population, often called the top 2%. However, there's nothing inherently exclusive about this group. You don't need to be born into it or have unique talents. What you do need is a focused mindset, a clear strategy, and unwavering dedication. Practical steps to becoming the 2% save aggressively. A common rule of thumb is to save or invest at least 15% of your income. However, if you truly want to accelerate wealth creation, aim to live on 35% of your income or even less and put the rest toward investments, debt repayment, and savings. This level of frugality might be challenging at first, but the rewards can be life-changing. Control your spending. Be honest about your needs versus your wants. Challenge every purchase by asking, is this adding value or simply distracting me from my financial goals? Execute your ideas. Almost everyone has had a money-making idea at some point. The difference between dreamers and doers is execution. Test, refine, and bring your ideas to market. Whether it's an online business, a consulting gig, or a local service, taking action is key. Minimize distractions. Time is a non-renewable resource. If you spend hours daily on mindless scrolling or binge watching, you miss opportunities to learn, earn, and grow. Reevaluate how you use your spare time and channel it into productive endeavors. Embracing discomfort for long-term gain. The journey to the top. 2% isn't always comfortable. You might have to make sacrifices. Foregoing immediate pleasures for long-term success. You might have to distance yourself from people who don't share your vision or actively undermine your progress. However, these sacrifices pale compared to the immense freedom, security, and opportunities of financial independence. Crafting a personalized wealth building plan. A carefully constructed plan is vital for turning aspirations into reality. It's not enough to say, I want to be rich. You need measurable goals, deadlines, and actionable steps. A well thought out plan can serve as your roadmap, guiding your daily decisions and reinforcing positive habits. Elements of a solid financial plan. Clear goals. Decide what you want to achieve financially. Do you want to buy a home, retire early, start a business, or reach a particular net worth? Quantify these goals with specific numbers and timelines. Budget and cash flow management. Start with a realistic budget that covers essentials, housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, while still allocating money for savings and investments. Stick to this plan and adjust as necessary. Emergency fund. Aim to save 3 to 6 months living expenses in a readily accessible account. This financial cushion prevents you from tapping your investments or going into debt during a crisis. Debt reduction strategy. Prioritize high interest debt like credit cards, then focus on lower interest obligations. When you pay off a debt, redirect that freed up money to accelerate other payoffs or boost investments. Investment roadmap. Decide how you'll allocate your money across different vehicles, stocks, bonds, real estate, or business ventures. Diversification helps balance risk and reward. Professional guidance. Integrate advice from your accountant, tax attorney, or financial advisor. They can help you optimize strategies and avoid expensive missteps. Tracking and accountability. Regular check-ins. Review your progress monthly or quarterly. Adjust your strategies if something isn't working. Accountability partner. Whether it's a friend, spouse, or mentor, having someone who keeps you accountable can dramatically boost your success rate. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge your wins, large or small. Whether you've saved your first $1,000 or your first $100,000, take a moment to appreciate your progress. Becoming the best version of yourself. Ultimately, wealth isn't solely about having money in the bank or owning valuable assets. It's about who you become in the process. Financial success demands discipline, creativity, resilience, and vision, all traits that can enhance every other aspect of your life. The holistic benefits of financial growth. Confidence and self-worth. Achieving financial milestones boosts your self-esteem. You realize that you can shape your life, and that belief radiates into personal relationships, career choices, and overall happiness. Greater freedom. With a solid financial foundation, you can afford to explore passions, hobbies, and career changes without the fear of financial ruin. Money itself isn't the goal. Freedom is. Legacy building. When you manage your finances effectively, you can help future generations, whether that means leaving an inheritance, funding education for your children, or supporting charitable causes that matter to you. Embracing your passion and purpose. Ask yourself, what lights me up? What do I genuinely care about? By aligning your financial goals with your passion, you transform wealth building into a fulfilling journey rather than a daunting task. Whether your passion is art, technology, community service, or something else, you can create a synergy between your work and your core interests. Own your financial future. Wealthy isn't about boasting the largest paycheck or owning the flashiest car. It's about nurturing a mindset of abundance, focusing on net worth over income, surrounding yourself with uplifting influences, and executing every money-making idea you've ever had. It's about valuing professional guidance, recognizing the peril of depreciating assets, and crafting a life that allows you to profit while others spend. To achieve this, you must develop the discipline to save aggressively, live below your means, and invest wisely. You must also eliminate limiting beliefs that hold you back, tap into supportive communities, and let go of social circles that stifle your growth. Remember, the truly wealthy are the ones who see opportunities hidden in plain sight, like renting out parking lots for significant events or selling the food trays that everyone wants for their parties. Take the time to write out your plan in detail. Identify your financial goals, list actionable steps, and set realistic deadlines. Work with an accountant to clarify your cash flow, a tax attorney to optimize your legal strategies, and a mentor or mastermind group to inspire you. If you're aiming for the top 2%, understand that it requires the courage to think differently, the willingness to venture outside your comfort zone, and the determination to stay focused, even when distractions come calling. The path to wealth can seem daunting initially, but once you start, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish with consistent effort and the right mindset. If you persist, you'll accumulate wealth and become a better, more confident version of yourself, someone capable of turning ideas into realities and creating opportunities where others see only obstacles. Everything is possible. Embrace your potential, fight through limiting beliefs, and commit to a future where you control your finances and ultimately your life. When you become the best version of yourself, success follows naturally. You have what it takes to be among the 2%. So go ahead, write out your plan, adopt the right mindset, and prepare to be astonished by just how far you can go. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JEROLDJAX, on Facebook, Gerald Action Jackson and Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.